to come down, watch, more at an angle to be able to avoid that grass. You see that right there? But you can see like this grass right here, guys, was in between my club face and the ball. I love just showing this because a lot of golf, as you guys know, it's at Cameron's level when you're playing, it's very mental. At anybody's level, it's mental. But there's the mentality of how to hit a certain shot within the shot too. Like there's mentality of swing. You know, when I have a golf ball that, like look at this lie right here. I mean, this is like absolutely one of the worst things you could imagine, right? Now, here's what's funny about this. If let's just say that I was hitting it out to the middle flag here, and I'm on this grass right here, right? Like on this nice clean grass, I have access to the back of the ball. Watch how big my swing is to get that ball to the hole, right? Like, what take it back, like right here? Okay. Do you understand that, like, if I bring the ball in here, I want to leave that ball there because it's such a bad lie. But look at this one, with the grass here. If I did the same swing, where's it going to go? Right there, okay? So my whole point is this. You know, having the chance Mike did at Chambers Bay, I did at the Country Club. I think the Country Club was probably a better example of that East Coast heavy grass like this. You know, you really don't get a lot of this in California. You know, they did a nice job here at the Grand, at least giving us some grass to practice out of that the pros can get an idea of when they go back to the Midwest or the East Coast, up to Northern California, this is more what we get. The way that I think about this is you have to imagine like this is a marshmallow in between you and the golf ball, okay? If I had a marshmallow in between myself, you know, my club and the ball, I can't make the same swing to get it to go that distance. And, you know, of course my guys will spend time taking practice swings, feeling what it's like to have that interaction with the turf and whatnot. But a lot of times even though they do that, you have to read your lie. You have to understand that this grass right here is unavoidable for me to get to that golf ball. I mean, this is a horrible, horrible lie. There is 2-3 inches of very thick, wet grass I have to make it through to get to that ball. Now, one thing that I was really good at when I was caddying for a player, Travis Vick, who actually was the low amateur at the US Open in 2022 at the Country Club, I would go onto the green and I would say, hey, bud, listen, if our goal was to land that ball right here, I would go stand at a spot like this, and the hole would be like right here. And I'd go, hey, Travis, I need you to feel like you're flying it into my hands right here. And the funny thing about that was the amount of swing required just to get it to land right there. Now, that was just golf IQ setting in and just knowing. I've seen these lies my whole life. I practiced these lies when I was younger. So just understanding that I can't, if I want to land this ball 10 feet on the green, you know, this is the shot that I would hit, or this is the amount of swing I would take to get it 10 feet on the green before. There's 10 feet on the green, right? Now watch. I get in here like this. How good was that? Oh man, right? I mean, that was just ridiculous right there. But, you know, hey, that's where I feel good because my mindset was correct prior to getting into the shot. And I will tell you guys, that was far more mental than it was technical. Technically speaking, I was okay. You know, I set up with a little bit of a lower handle. Whenever the hands are lower, we'll learn this in the bunker tomorrow, there's more leverage here. The golf club will set up more vertically. That creates more what, guys? Angle of attack to get underneath the ball. Okay, if I set up with a very high handle, what's going to happen? A lack of leverage, the club comes lower back, it doesn't create that same angle. So when I just hit that shot that took out all this turf right here, look at all that turf, guys, you know, that was me dropping the hands slightly. But guys, I could have done everything technically right, and if I didn't have the right mindset there, none of that would have happened. My mindset was hit the imaginary golf ball underneath the golf ball. That's all I need to do, get under it, and hey, I was literally picturing hitting that shot on the back edge of the green back there. I literally tried to get that ball to land back there, and you know what's funny? It happened to come out exactly where I wanted it. And that was just, I said, a very good educated guess. because you can't always be perfect out of lies like this, but I will tell you, what did I do as a result of doing that? I didn't take an extraordinarily aggressive swing. I just took a longer swing with my same smooth rhythm to get it to a farther distance. And the length that I took that back, I now have the mass of this club head plus a lot more time with gravity to kick in to give me a little bit more speed at the bottom, right? And that right there was able to get that ball up to where I wanted it to go. But, you know, that's something important, you know, when you guys see these insanely, you know, thick lies like this. I mean, this, like, can you guys even see that ball from your perspective over there? Yeah, it's like I can barely see it from mine. You know, there's grass everywhere. In order, let's go over the white flag. It's like, you know, guys, I'm telling you right now, you know, yeah, I'm going to have to imagine like I'm flying this ball 25 yards past the pin just to get this thing to go anywhere remotely close. Man, we're on it today. We'll take that all day out of that lie right there, okay? And that's, you know, to me, one thing that's important, you know, just having that golf IQ sharp, understanding that, hey, we're not making contact with the golf ball. If I had put that on a clean lie, you guys, like watch, put it on a clean lie, and I took that same swing, watch where the ball went. You see that? 25 yards past the green. So the whole point was I trusted that that grass was going to muffle that shot. And basically, what is it, guys? It's like a purposeful chunk. You know I can't make clean contact. Of course, I'm going to do everything I can to avoid the grass as much as possible and come in with that more V-shaped swing, and definitely not come in with a big old U-shaped swing catching every blade of grass. I'm definitely, in these atrocious lies right here, I'm definitely going to come down, watch, more at an angle to be able to avoid that grass. You see that right there? I think I have to quit these. These are all too good right here. I'm not going to even hit one more. But you can see like this grass right here, guys, was in between my club face and the ball. And that was preventing that ball from going that extra 25 yards. But all I wanted you guys to know, we'll practice these tomorrow on the course, but a lot of that is a little technique with a lot more just mindset and mentality, okay?
At Porzak Golf, we take a lot of pride in having developed some of the best and most consistent golf swings on the planet. We do this through simplicity. Our Full Swing Masterclass will take you on a step-by-step, easy-to-understand process on how to get your golf swing better than ever. Join the many before you who've utilized our Full Swing Masterclass to take their games to the next level and beyond.